Red Velvet is kind of an atypical horror film. It's a slasher film wrapped in sort of a drama, romantic comedy between my character and Kelly Garner's character, Linda. These two unlikely people that meet in a laundromat.
Since we're prying into each other's personal lives, I gotta know what happened to your eye.
Why?
Just curious. I mean, I've only known you for a wash cycle, and I already want to punch you in the face.
We've tried to spin the genre on its ear a little bit. There's not a lot of backstory. You sort of learn about them, what they decide to tell each other.
I'm in a really foul mood today. I was supposed to be at a friend's birthday party last night.
All we know is that she's kind of attracted to him, and he's kind of repulsive in an attractive way.
Kiss me.
And what we find out is that Aaron, the gentleman, played by Henry Thomas, is a storyteller. And he begins to tell Linda, played by Kelly Garner, a fictitious story of this party she missed, where he proceeds to kill all of her friends.
It's fine, yeah.
And she starts contributing to the story.
I want a pink tool belt.
Get out.
I mean, it's just a story, so I want a pink tool belt.
It kind of turns into a fantasy horror story that I'm telling her, and you sort of see that, and that becomes the horror film. But then fantasy and reality collide in the third act.
You wait here, and you do not follow until I tell you it's safe.
Oh, no, you do not leave me in this car.
When I got the script, Red Velvet, and I read it, I looked at the character and I thought, well, this is interesting because it is a horror film, but it's a horror film wrapped up in something else. And it's not an easily definable sort of a movie. And that interested me because it presented a challenge as an actor. You have to really invest this character with enough of a personality that's going to suck people in and keep them there.
So if you're not a painter, then why are you so worried about stains?
We're all worried about stains, Linda. This is a laundromat. We're not here at the crack of dawn to make friends or take a steam bath, are we? It's all about the stains.
One of the things that I'm proudest of is the fact that we cast actors first. And we're going to get people that are kick-ass, heavyweight, serious actors first.
I'm gonna be sick.
CRISTEN Coppin, I can't tell you about CRISTEN Coppin without telling you about Natalia Baron. Because the two of them together, there was an alchemy that we couldn't have manufactured.
I think I found your key. Yeah, why not just
Run,
walk?
okay? I'm gonna tell you to run.
I love Pat. Pat's great. Pat's a tomboy. She's kind of like the mother hen of the group.
Maybe they just ran afoul some locals.
Oh my God, hillbillies. You gotta be kidding me.
I'm just saying, if we're gonna go out there and look for them, maybe
what? Go out there? Oh no, you should have thought of that when it was light out.
Amy sort of looks like a badass, and you think she's tough, but she actually is the one that's falling apart a lot and complaining a lot, but very cutely, right?
Amy, okay, don't do this right now.
When I got, the breakdown, the sides and stuff, they're like, no, we want her to be really serious, and she's like, like I said, the mother hen that keeps everybody together. But I was like, yeah, but she's funny. Like when reading it, she had this like dry sense of humor, and I wanted her to be this kind of like sassy, quick-witted chica. Joe and all of them were really cool and Bruce, about letting us kind of bring our own personality into it and improv and play around with it, which was the best part of it.
I loved Kristen. We had great chemistry working together. I think it's such a nice thing that we got to ad-lib, and we just had so much fun. And Bruce is brilliant, and Joe wrote such wonderful characters that weren't just typical. I think the whole thing was one big party, but everyone got their work done too.
You know, this sucks. Itchy. I'm hungry.
Oh my God!
Jesus! Oh my God, now I have a fucking headache.
You're so easy to mess with.
I get to kick some ass in it too, which is always delightful.
The Maniac, for example, our concept was, what would Bill Gates and Salvador Dali come up with if they made a Maniac? We wanted something high-tech and functional, but we wanted something somehow creepy and off balance. And so our maniac has, he looks like a bunny in profile, but he's really got speakers on his ears so he can play theme music when he gets you, or the voices of his previous victim. And I added a Polaroid. Originally I had a mirror, but that was a little bit too contrived, so we came up with the Polaroid. So the last thing you see is a picture of your screaming face in front of you when he's getting you. So an innocuous kind of woodsy character with a horrible murderous agenda.
So we had this at the end of the film, like running, you know, to the dock to get away, scared, you know, the victim. And they had these pink hammers, and he's got this huge tool belt, and he was like throwing them at me, trying to stop me. And they're supposed to be rubber, but he actually had like real ones on there too, so it kept the belt weighted down. And he can't see anything because his mask is completely black. And he's like, all right, some hammers. So he starts to throw the hammers and grabs one of the real ones and knocks me in the shoulder with it. I was like, oh, fuck. And I like literally fell to the ground. They're like, oh my God, that was the best day we were gonna take all day. I was like, no, you guys actually hit me with a real hammer on that one.
Jesus, everybody's always gotta know why. It's embarrassing, and you wouldn't believe me if I told you.
What do I love about horror films? They're a blast. When do you, I mean, please, when you get to be the girl screaming and running, I've always wanted to do a horror film.
We're trying to target an audience, basically the audience, the same audience where the filmmakers came from, because they're all horror fans. The best thing that could happen would be for everybody that sees it, who likes it, to just kind of continue supporting it, and that will ensure that it has a life, you know, and that's what we're here for.